Now, aggressive and desperate clients of gold dealership firm Menzgold have mounted another push for the payment of their monies ahead of Christmas. Scores once again besieged the company's JoyNews office in Accra, a place that has become a scene of haggling between angry clients and desperate security men. Now, in this latest episode, the once loyal customers of Menzgold point to another broken promise from management made in October 2018. That promise was to pay 5% of locked-up investments of clients who register for their new online trading platform. But again, this did not happen. Customers who spoke to Nancy Emefajiradosi vowed to stage a series of protests until they get their money back.
What exactly is the reason for coming to the office of Menzgold today?
I came here purposely for my money, and Ken Odartey said I should come here for my money because I'm a greedy man. Fine. Now one cannot use the same state institutions to protect his properties. Look, I was here this morning and the police has tortured me. Now I can't even drive my own car. Look at me. Look at me. Let me show everything to you people. You understand? All these marks, I can't move even my own car. How can I live in my own country and become a slave? No, no. Look, we want to tell Akufo-Addo and his people, look, if they don't do something about this issue, we are all sitting in a timing bomb. I swear.
Are you also part of those who are supposed to receive the 5%?
Yes, yes, exactly. The guy tricked some of us. I paid the money, and up to now, that 5%, I haven't got that 5%. And the migration time also has ended. Look at me. I have children. My wife, I have a lot of people that are looking up to me. And now, look at me. The 5% too is here. Instead of them to come and pay me, they are not paying. So please, we need our money.
What we are saying is, if the government said they should stop the job, they have to see to it that they collect our monies for us, because it's the Bank of Ghana and the Security Exchange Commission. They came that they should stop the job and paid everybody's money. But they've gone back to relax in their offices and they left the people not paying our money. So we are here to collect our monies. The government, if he knows that he is for the people and the people is for him, then they must come out and collect our money for us. That is all that we are asking from the government.
Thank you very much. Let me speak to another lady.
I want to say something to Odartey. He said, who the Ghanaians, we are greedy. If we are greedy, you should go and tell an appear to collect our money and give it to us, because we don't have anywhere to get money. Unless these players will get, because we don't have anywhere. Only this way will get our money. We just bring it here. When we are bringing the money, there is no police guarding us. But now time I've reached for us to come and collect our money, the police are here fighting us, beating us, slapping us. Anything they say that they don't want for us to do demonstration. Why? Because our money is here. They have given them money to protect us, so they keep their mouths shut. But we don't have anywhere to go. So you just need an Akufo-Addo. If you want 2020 for him to come power again, he should tell an appear to come and give all of us our money. If you want the person to stop the work, you give in the person some time, 2 years or 3 years. You won't say anything. You just tell him that he should close. Why? Why? Because we want people to die because of this thing. My mother, she's dying. If she's standing right in front of you, she'll just be urinating on herself because of this money. Because of this money.
Is it her money that is there?
Yes, it's my mother money and my money. Akufo-Addo, you say you want a job for we Ghanaians. You are not giving us a job. You want for us to go and do prostitute or what?
For now, we have seen that Menzgold have folded up. Not they are folding up, they are folded up because last week and a half, they brought a press release that on the 20th, they opened their office. We came here this morning, the office is locked, not even their internal securities are here. No worker is here. We came here this morning trying to inquire where to get our money. The police are frustrating us. They are torturing the people. They don't want us to do anything to get our money. But one thing I want to tell Menzgold customers, that if you need your money, don't sit at home. Let us all come out Saturday, 12 o'clock in the noon. We will be having meeting at La Paz. Everybody should come out so that we will take the next action for the government to see that we need our money. Akufo-Addo and his ministers must know that we are citizens. And they say we should invest in this country. Investment is not a crime. And so if we have invested and you said the person is not going by legal means, the best thing you should do is to give the person time to pay your citizens. Then you close him down. You don't take a quick reaction by closing the person down while he hasn't sought your citizens out. This thing is a security threat to the nation. They are sitting on a time bomb. Anything that happens, they shouldn't blame with the citizens because we are pushed to the wall and we have nowhere to go. We have to bounce back. So if they want peace, they should attend to us. Our families are dying. As I stand here, I have 3 kids. I can't pay school fees. They are in private schools. I can't pay their school fees. They haven't written their exam this term. And we need them to come to our aid. Other than that, we'll do whatever we'll do by legal or foul me.
You see, what I want this government to know that the power of the people is stronger than what? The power of the police, the power of the military, and the power of all the security agencies. So they have to be very, very careful. We are wide awake. They have to be very careful. Otherwise, what will happen? They will never be happy. They have to be very careful because tempers are going higher.
Yes, Reno. Yadinyami Reno. Say, Omumba Samu Wemomaye. Mimi Mamia did 94 years. And I lost my sister. And Sikawe Yadima. I'm the Batua. For these few months, I've gone through a lot. Yes, Reno. Ombla Samu Way, Momba be my energy. And one America.
We send a friend information. Yan say, see our Menzgold on head officer. On baby saw Yama midnight and on the tree on police escorts and on the tree on Yaman in a free year. Did that mean Cecilia Yesicano? I say Yesicana, she says, better no or rent here. Yes, 3rd December, and then need a rent in the expire. Did that mean one saw on Yama? It is a by number more. Madam, me or mammy, no, back home medical school, Cecilia. Meeting to any Bibia, it is our friend no drop out this year. May then I may. Se mi salary nyina na me da kwaji loan na me da bebeto a minji salary biom enti mesre aban no mesre na na akufuado omram.
Right, so I've been joined in the studio by some of these customers. Odartey Samuel is the secretary of the Coalition of Aggrieved Customers of Menzgold. Margaret Ofori is the treasurer of the same group. Good afternoon to you both, and thank you for your time with us.
Good afternoon.
So let's start from the very beginning. I think you will have different stories, but I'm interested. First you, Margaret, how did you become a customer of Menzgold?
My pacho, the idea send me by in say, me na mini ya na mi wakwantum ti me ba Ghana no. Madam for be na introduce me say, oh, Menzgold bi aba Ghana ha. Wo di sika koto banka. Interest no eswa adwuma nso ni oman nim enti se wo diska koto ho no ma bo so me so an interest na high kakra enti no o introduce me and me di me sika koto na
how much
64,000 enti me diska na koto ho no so ma fiti prekope na me wona fofo be mienu miensa bi wo Ghana ha me frɛ omo so ye se me inquiries kakra ansa na me diska na ko me bisa how far no brother ika ho madam for pan na o ka kire me say oh, no cray, omo ye jumapa because omo be board akesi okrom omo ye radio interviews any idea omo ye we your friend is saying adverts bebre e wo TV so any idea afi omo ni oman mu mpanifo ni bi kura ye den enam to onye nipa bi o ye kronfo anase ne hu ye hu a ye hwehwe na ye hu no enti o prove bi nso kire me enti no ma me nya agidie e ma me discount koto.
Okay, so a quick translation. She lived abroad for a while, came home, heard about Menzgold and the fact that they were paying dividends to customers which are higher than the interest you would get at a bank. She did a bit of due diligence, spoke to some people, including her friend, who happens to be our other guest, who confirmed that indeed this company has been operating for some time. They have billboards all over town. The owner of the company has been seen in the company of several members of government and leadership at different times, and so he doesn't appear to be a person who is seeking to dupe customers. He seems easy to find, and so there should be no reason why anything should go wrong with her investment. How about you? Different story?
Oh, okay. I heard about Menzgold about 4 years ago. on the radio advert and other billboards. So before I went there to put my investment, I do some research on them. I went to their office, sat down with them, make some inquiries. I saw they have license from Mineral Commission. I saw GRA license. That means they are doing illegal business. So they are paying taxes to government. And so I asked, what about your problem with Bank of Ghana? And then they said they have solved that problem. And so I was encouraged to put my money, buy the gold from them, and then invest with them. So that was what happened. And I started with them about some 7 months. No single month they haven't default on their payment until government came in, SEC came in.
They were paying you every month?
They were paying every month. No matter the amount, you receive your dividend. So it was government that came in that bring all these troubles.
So you blame the government?
Yes, I blame government. Because if it is a legal business or illegal business you so-called, that they don't have license, what are their billboards doing in the town? What are the radio adverts doing?
You mean they should have removed the billboards and stopped the radio adverts?
Yes.
But that's what they wanted to do now. Once they discovered that what they are doing is illegal.
No, but where were they when they started? When the person went for the license? So our state institutions are failing with the citizens. And they are still taking salaries. By this time, if it were to be Europe or somewhere, they have resigned. In the UK, a minister resigned because of £1. What is happening in Africa and Ghana? The state institutions are failing us. If the person is not doing the right business, why did you give him the license?
So I see the point you are making about state institutions. Do you see the point that people make about Menzgold customers, that the offer you were given was too good to be true? You know, the dividends were too high to be normal. Did you feel that way when they explained it to you?
The dividends were 7%, 10%, depending on the
every single month.
Amount the pound of gold you buy.
Every single month.
Every single month.
And did it not seem too high for you? Did you wonder how are they generating this 7%, 10%?
If the person were in business for 4 years and he was able to be paying regular, nobody came to complain that this month has ended, he went for his dividend and they couldn't pay him. And so where were they when they are now complaining that the interest is too high or the dividend is too high? Where were they from the beginning? Because they were paying that dividend right from the onset of the business.
Right. So the state institutions are saying that if they hadn't come in and asked them to stop and get the right licenses before they continue, if they hadn't come in and done that, what is happening now would have happened someday.
Our state institutions should not be reactionaries. They should be responsive. You understand? What do I mean by that? If you are responding to a situation, you weigh the options. But if you are reacting, you just create problem for the whole citizens. If you are responding, you put A, plan B. Okay, sort out my citizens. Pay them their dividend and their money. I give you 1 year. Solve that problem with them, and I close you down. But I don't wake up one day and close the person down without taking of your citizens. You said we should invest in Ghana. You are always capping and traveling, seeking for foreign investors. Why can't we build our own?
But there are laws in this country, aren't there?
But they have to enforce the law.
Yeah, isn't that what they are trying to do? I mean, I'm interested in your view as well, because this affects you too. The state institutions are saying that, well, there are laws. So the law says you must have license A and B before you can do that kind of work. So just get the license and continue.
Me pacho. Time na omo be ye adwuma na sa law no. Me pese me bisa se no ewe. Time a Menzgold started operating for 5 years no. Sa nipa na o ka se law o man animu no. Na sa law no na we that time. Wetimi aye hwehaya hwe nipa na ma na be operate that nipa domi 1 billion customers.
1 million.
1 million customers. Agigi ye nyina sika wie 5 years ni o. After na obetna waka say emra wo man animu.
So you have lost how much?
64,000.
64,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
And you?
I lost 160,000 Ghana cedis.
My goodness.
1.6 billion Ghana cedis. A young man like me.
Well, how did you even raise that money?
I work. And because I want a good future for my children, not myself, for my children, I have to invest the money. So anytime I invest, even the dividend that comes, I add another money to it and buy another new pound of gold.
Ah, so you were collecting the dividends and investing it all in the business?
So that I can build on my investment, so I can do something with it for my future.
Now, the government says there are laws that allow you to sue Menzgold if you feel that they have robbed you or they have cheated you out of your money. Are you going to do that? Are you going to sue them?
It's an option we are considering, but we want.
But government now said yes. Also, what shall yes, Saga. Yes, can if you say nema. And I said you can say mara on into mara or honso. And I will be at me about na Ghana hano majijiska. I have billboard a kesie. I sponsor Ghana Premier League. I near my kesia or Ghana hanum. I'm a nipenya ni mujidi edisika koto. It is any pan on also ajijisika ni at the end of the day. What bokro no the yes, Jumana wapai. One who's on kita right lances now or no so dear Nedino.
Kojo, let me tell you something.
At the end
this
quick translation, sorry, if I can just translate quickly. Once again, Margaret is simply saying that she expects the government to also take some responsibility for what has happened, because from her perspective, the individual who set up this business came along and set it up in a country that has laws. So why did the law allow him to set up a business which is unlawful? And sponsor the Premier League and put up billboards and adverts and build a reputation for himself if what he was doing was unlawful. So if they permitted the unlawful business to exist for them to invest in, then they should also take some responsibility for it, right? Okay.
Let me tell you, this kind of so-called Ponzi they have been saying happen everywhere in the world. But when it happens, their government makes sure they go after the scammer or the person who created the Ponzi scheme to come and pay or refund their money to its citizens. Why is it that in Ghana they allow the guy to walk about free? When you go there to their office, the police won't even allow you to enter the office to make inquiry what is going on.
The police are guarding the office?
They are guarding the office.
Police or security guards?
Police, state police, Ghana Police Service. They are there 24/7. This morning we were there.
Now, let me ask you, for many years, the Bank of Ghana was putting up warnings. Don't invest at your own risk. Invest at your own risk. Did you see those warnings?
Me pacho. One says CIT. I am fan say obi kofok trotro na say taxi. And Kamehuni said the first thing I was saying nipa na say ube bisa driver na say the lines is weighing because what's not anymore. Within a short period, do bet me any accident. But obi kwatna kemo with me bisa say driver na lances way. It's the right one ya nanke was say oye say any ukwa say or can say akwa no onkita license sapana say on fa kwan paso enya adwuma etimo obi ne nko adwuma e wo senka sa time na wo ba abonten me hu ni say sa kwan o mo fa so kan sa asem enya the right way because time as I want and ekoso nyina no ko so koye inquiries na due to my friends here omo Ghana ha no omo ka say o ye no mu ni problem bia small issues be ya settle. In fact, oko omo office won so won say license ne bo ho e kire say omutu ye nti we nipa obaji adi because the owo no ono ekwa every month bia na enfa so ne ye de ma no.
So you believed Menzgold, you didn't believe Bank of Ghana?
Ma anya say man believe no the make can say ekwan of fa so can say we ye kronfo enti anase we nkita lances papa eti mo ne nkoye adwuma na no nye ekwan ya na wo so fa so ka sa asem no.
Right, so Margaret feels that the method by which Bank of Ghana was warning the public is the wrong method, because if you're going to take a trotro, for example, you wouldn't ask the driver if he has a driver's license. You would assume he did, and you would sit in the trotro and go. And so she expects that there should have been a better way of warning the public.
But Bank of Ghana came in 2017, August. You went back and slept for a whole year to pass. And then on the 6th of August 2018, you came with another warning again. If you are doing the right thing when you came in 2017 with the warning, what do you have to do? You have to do your underground work and then give the guy time to pay his, and then close the person. You don't go and sleep and then wake up one day and come and give another warning and go back and sleep again. After all, it was the Bank of Ghana who stopped Menzgold. He wasn't the one. He was sick. He realized that place wasn't his jurisdiction. So he has to fall on SEC to come in. So they created a problem. They have to solve the problem. They have to put structures in place for the guy to pay us. You don't come and create problem and go and relax and say, we the citizens should go and fight for our money.
Or you warn us.
You warn us. Do you, if you are in a house with your kid and you warn them, but
Not
they still went ahead and fight, will you say, because I warned you and you fought, I won't solve the problem in the house. I will leave the two of you to kill yourself. What are they telling us? Are we not? You said there are laws in this country. So go by the same law that you used to stop the person and address the issue. They have been too reactionaries. It's affecting the citizen. Some are traumatized psychologically. A woman came this morning with his medical bills. He couldn't find money to pay. She was crying. How can the state leave us to our fate like that?
So what is your association aiming to do? What is your objective?
We first went on demonstration on the 27th of last month. We petitioned some of Peace Council, Parliament, the Presidency, IGP, SEC, BOG. It was only Peace Council who responded to us. The remaining, they said they will get back to us. We were doing follow-up. As now, they haven't tell us anything.
Name the institutions you've petitioned again.
Peace Council, BOG, SEC, Parliament, Presidency, IGP. These are the state institutions. And the Parliament will petition the Speaker, Second and First Deputy Speaker, Minority and Majority Speaker.
Okay.
And the Clerk of Parliament.
And none of them have responded?
None of them. Only the Peace Council gave us assurance that they will work on our petition.
Okay. When did they respond to you?
They responded. We gave them 27th, the petition on 27th. On the 28th, they called. They responded to our letter that they've received our letter and they are working on it.
27th of last month.
Yes.
Okay.
But the remaining institutions, they haven't responded to us yet.
So what's your next move?
Our next move will be something disastrous. We want the government to come in. We are not saying he should pay us with his own money, but he should make sure he bring the guy down wherever the guy is.
Now,
so that he put pressure on the guy to pay us, because we learned he's paying the top hierarchy. So they will shut their mouth. We don't have the power. We are poor, innocent Ghanaians. They know we don't have any power. But when the power of the people strike, they will see that we gave them the power before they are sitting where they are.
So I heard one of the customers saying that the office at Jolu is completely empty.
Yes.
It's been shut down. They've removed their furniture. They came and did it in the middle of the night, according to this customer.
Yeah.
How about the other offices? Have you been to them?
They have locked all the offices. None of the offices open. None. Kaswa, East Legon, Tema, Jolu, Carnation, Takwa, Kumasi, they haven't opened.
So when was the last time you saw a Menzgold employee or communicated with Menzgold through any of their...
The last time was about 2 weeks ago when they responded to our petition. But even the petition, they said they will come back with a press release. The only press release that came was their staff to go on leave. And they should come back on the 20th of January. That was what the press release they brought out to the public. Not even to we the client, but their staffs.
Have they given you a contact name or contact person to deal with your...
Normally we deal with a PRO, but now these days we can't find him.
You can't find
when you call his number, he doesn't pick. He doesn't pick our calls anymore. And you cannot find any staff to talk to. And last time the staff released some some statement that their management are trying to sneak from the country. They are running away. And so we want the government, wherever the people, they can let Interpol bring them down to deal with them. These things happen everywhere in the world, but the government of that various nations make sure they bring the perpetrators of this crime down to face the laws of the country. They can't leave us to our fate like that. Other than that, when we hit the wall and we bounce back, whatever happens, they shouldn't blame with the citizens.
When you say that, what exactly do you mean? What would you do?
An angry man is an how do they say it? An angry man is an angry man.
The American in say yes, Rabbi no. Omo modern no fa ne nan si fom no nye bibi fa ho. So omo say emra o eman mu dia ene emi hu ne say na one e wo say sa amra na e stop ne say honkita right lances or dey adwuma no sa amra na hwe ne ye sanka yesika enti sa na sa ban se won ka hwe fa wo be hwe ye din sa dia ye so ye hu kire ye wuwu ye ni abre ye mu bebre ho no ma ye tutu o ma firi o mu fi o mu titim ya sake bi mu ma school fees ebi mu yale eti free o chena e dey ko no ye ntena ase bi ye sorry e kwan bia e be fa so ayen sa be kan esika na no ne be ye because say my leader so nyina asa eti mi wukura mfa me ho ono so te wo sa obi a leader so asa me ni obi ade a me nim sa ban pe na me wo na ban no so ayen hwe han onka bi ma ade a ade na wo se me ye e kwan bia me fa so a me sa be kan esika no na me ye me wukura mfa me ho.
Right, so Margaret again is saying that if the government says that there are laws in this country, then whatever law by which they stopped Menzgold from operating, those laws should also be used to enforce that Menzgold pay back the money to those who invested, and that they as citizens are falling on government to do this for them, and if government refuses to help them, then they have to help themselves, and whatever means they will have to rely on to do that, they will do it, even if it means death. That is what Margaret is saying. So it leads me back to my question of specifically what will you do if government refuses
Kojo,
to
I hope
call?
The media have their ears and their eyes on the ground. Whatever happens, the media will hear of it and they will come.
Have you already decided what you will do?
We haven't, but we will decide that soon, because where it's heading now, if the government doesn't come in, it will be something else. And we are pleading with the father of the nation, the president. He has to speak about this. The president has found time to talk about a ceiling that fell at Accra Mall less than 1 hour when the thing happened. And Menzgold issue started in August. He hasn't found time to talk about it. DKM happy. Mahama was forced, former president, to talk about it. What is preventing our president to talk about Menzgold issue? What is happening? Is it that we, the citizens who invested in Menzgold, are not Ghanaians? Or we don't have vote? They should do something about it. We are pleading with the father of the nation. He said he came for us, and we should invest in Ghana. He believes in Ghana. And so if we, his citizens, are investing in a company, you find out that he's not doing the right thing, what is preventing you to let the person do the right thing to solve the problem? We are pleading with him. We don't want to be believing what people are saying. So he must come out and talk about this issue.
What are people saying?
People are speculating, and so we don't want to believe that. We believe he has a good heart for us, and so he must speak so that we know that he wants to address the issue.
What are people speculating?
People are saying a lot, and in this kind of situation, people will speculate a lot, but we don't want to believe that.
Yes.
You're still not telling us what speculations are out there.
People are saying they must have vested interest in Menzgold. And maybe they are conniving with the guy.
And I mean, who cross
you understand?
But they are the ones who have. This government has shut down his business and asked him to.
But that is not the right way.
So the guy can use that thing to say, "I am doing the right thing," but the government has shut me down. So that is the.
So
he
what
can
is
use it as an excuse
saying?
To run away with our money. That's why we say he should put structures down. They can force the guy to come down wherever he is to put structures down and pay us. Even if he can't pay all, we know he can't pay all now. But at least he brought out some schedules, 90 days. He hasn't go by that. We have only about 2 weeks for the 90 days to end. You gave us October 8th. Now we are today is 20th December. On the 9th of January, that 90 days has elapsed. We haven't received our 15%.
So why don't you wait for the 90 days to lapse before
if the person promised you to pay 15%,
fulfilling his promise?
One can say 90 days. You will pay no better. Yes, because within. It's just at now. Man can say what you be kakra. But on to be kra. And I feel so. And Johnson. What was the son and near man in free office? I'm a police. I guide no. Or crown force so police born a home. Or crown for. And now a minimum. What's the nipano? On kita. Or now quite person or yajuma. That means in other way no help or necron phone in happen.
Well, that's not fair. If someone doesn't have a license and has been asked to get a license, it's not exactly. Now why grant the license no man? Time the na right license no. Why na the man? And at time or start here juma na abai no way. Na sec but no more way. It is our 1 year near no that's our one and a bar mountain a crown. And I was or Gina Mukete and our year Mabia and can me say I'm a victim. And can you put baby and some form of one victim? Aside that in the crowd him say I same when you see an almost starting and dying. I quite got to see these are mountain you soon I get back and say. Or yeah, migration. I have no buying any problem. Nigeria there, I buy any problem to migrating. I said the amount for 5% to be and no, and I'm buying a fee, you know. What some the amount for 5% and also I buy no circle 1 year. Obedient me and cash I found or did this can be, you know. A time or so so debate you kind of time so you know what catch almost say obianko into no 3 days or say 4 days time omomra megis can back at the end of my ya boy at the end of my omo ya boy say buy me stranala me dia me cause wo kan make say dia du ha na dia me e wo kura mewu enti ya pa na kufu adu a cha opa ye nim say ya papa na no oye bebre on sorry on pass and being can found just na say ye bibia omo hwe ye no man ka say de mra na sensem efi say ye tu ye wo gwa bonten so a bibia ni ho bia be kan obeti ni police for no on be ku ye nyina gu street so ye ni abere pa eti ye sra ban ne pa ye pa ne cha opa offer the nancy for mo nya bibi found. Right, so Margaret is basically wrapping up her thoughts on this matter by saying that laws have existed from the very first day that Menzgold started operation in this country. The state ought to have enforced those laws to prevent Menzgold from doing anything illegal. If they had, she would not be a victim today. She's calling on the president as her father, as a father of the nation, to help, to step in, do something to help them get their money back. Otherwise, when they find that they have no hope and nobody to turn to, then even if it comes to death, they will do whatever they have to get their money back. And they don't want it to come to that, so they're asking for the president's... Yes, of course. She made an important point that during the same time that the SEC was seeking to regulate Menzgold, they announced that they were going to migrate customers onto some online portal, something about setting up operations in Nigeria, and they took another 5% each from customers during this time that SEC was supposedly regulating them. And the promises that he made about paying dividends on that 5% have also not been fulfilled. The time has lapsed and they have not received their money there. The man has taken away all of the property from his buildings across the city, and so she's wondering how government can stand by quietly and watch without intervening. Now, some members of government suggested that, well, there's no need for them to intervene in Menzgold matters because it is greed that led people to invest there. I wonder what you think about that.
They should stop that greedy thing they are talking about. They should stop. We don't want to hear. We are not greedy people. When does investing in this country become a crime or greedy issue? If the banks that they are so-called banks, they are even collapsing. If it is not greed, why would the banks collapse? And politicians are telling us we are greedy today. They are telling us we are greedy. Who is greedy more than the politician? We bought them V8 they are using. Go to Parliament House and see the V8 they park there with the good roads in Accra. They are using V8. People ride bicycle to Parliament in UK and things. See the money they are wasting. They are calling us greedy people, citizens, whom you are not even taking good care of us. We work hard for our money and invested the money in the company. If you have found out there's a problem with the company, do you have to come and call us greedy people? What is 7%? If they get the money, they will hire huge edifices. Instead of investing the money properly so that the banks can pay good dividend to their clients, they will use the money on huge cars, expensive cars, and somebody come with good proposals. Why wouldn't citizens rush to that place?
Do you still think the proposals were good? On hindsight, if you knew now, if you knew then what you know now, would you have invested?
That is why I said they have failed us. If the informations are there, that this company right from day one is not good, it's operating illegally, nobody will send its money.
But they said it. They said
when did they
invest at your own
They
risk.
came in 2017. Menzgold started before 2017.
Actually, you remember it had a different name, Men's Bank or something, and it was the same Bank of Ghana that intervened and said, no, you need to either do the right kind of business or pay and be licensed as a bank. So they changed their name several times, and each time the Bank of Ghana kept putting out warnings all along. So it's not just in 2017.
For instance, what he was said yes, who interview me. Now me buy ya, na sorry, na ma TV na ohwe me han ya. Na bibi say ya at the end of the day me ne ba beje me wo. Wo ne beje wo. Enti no so ba mu 2017 o, so ba mu 2016 o, so mu change no. Mo na ma anya adwuma ye because 2016 o se 2017 no. Hu so ye kronfo. Ana say bia o kita right lances. And na wo change no. Eti that time na wo say wo ma wani ye ne wo no so. Enam say wa anya adwuma ye eti na wo ye hwenwan ya. E ma wo no timi dada o. Enti ade na obeblemu ye say agree. Edi enti no obi diska koto treasure bill. Amanfo na aka na omo invest or bank na omo koto shells ene ho nko ne ba ne no so e. Sem fa so nti ne ekoto sa ade no because me was ka enye se Menzgold me ba Ghana na me bete ya enka me sika na me fa nto me dem enka me de be bank na makwa ye shells ana bibi enti ano so me agree ana.
Margaret makes the point again that the heavy lifting is the job of regulators. That's their job. If somebody comes to the studio and starts fiddling with our equipment and I sit quietly watching them or just warning them and they damage something, I will still be held responsible because I'm responsible for what happens here. And so based on that analogy, she suggests that the regulators ought to have done a lot more than just warn them. If what they were doing was wrong, they should have stopped them from the very beginning and not allowed it to get to the point where investors are now losing out. And she goes on to make the point that, forgive me, that the last thing you were saying, following the thing about the investors. Yes, she's suggesting that if you invest, you do it because you want profit, not because you are greedy. People buy treasury bills because they want high returns. People invest in shares because they want dividends. Yes. That's not greed. And that is exactly what these customers sought to do with Menzgold, an organization that was operating in the open and nobody had asked them to stop. And so she sees the biggest burden of guilt to be on the regulators who allowed all this to happen, right? Yeah. Wow, this is emotional, I have to say, you know, and I can tell how much this has affected you all personally. I certainly intend, as a member of this institution, to keep an eye on what is happening with you and continue to tell your story. So please always engage with us. Let us know what you're doing, what you're planning, and let's hope that there is a peaceful solution that satisfies all parties. Thank you all very much for your time.
Thank you, Kojo.
Yeah, and that's Mr. Odartey Samuel. He's the secretary of the Coalition of Aggrieved Customers of Menzgold. He's here with Margaret Ofori, who is the treasurer of that same organization. Right, there's more. There's more to come on The Pulse. Stay exactly where you are for it, right after these.